I watched a very interesting documentary this week with my wife. It was about the Lancaster bomber, and in particular, Second World footage following the crew from preparations to going out there over Germany to drop the bombs and then returning back. Many of them, though, didn't make it. It was a very short-lived career in terms of frontline warfare for those involved with the Lancaster bomber raids. And what made it particularly poignant for us was the fact that William Leslie Whitehouse, my wife's maiden name was Whitehouse, her great uncle was part of 207 Squadron based in Nottinghamshire. And in the Second World War, they went out on one particular journey to Germany, but didn't even get there. They were shot down over the Netherlands by a German fighter pilot who himself had built up quite a reputation during the war, and he himself lost his life over the English Channel in 1943. The plane came down over the Netherlands, and I don't know the story, but I would love to. But there was a young Dutch girl called Bleppie Blanc who tended the graves of the airmen that came down. Maybe she saw the plane coming to the ground. Maybe she was part of the people that founded their young children, of course, in the villages and towns where they lived, were well used to planes coming down at that particular time and in that particular part of Europe. I don't know the circumstances, but she tended the grave. One of the propellers from the plane itself formed the backdrop for the cemetery where they were buried. And over time, she grew up and she actually came to England, to the Black Country, to meet the family. We have no recollection of this. We have no information regarding this other than it happened. Wouldn't it be great to find out all about that little Dutch girl, to find out a little bit more? As we get older, we perhaps get more inquisitive with things from the past. At the time, you don't always appreciate those things, do you? But for us today, on Remembrance Sunday, lots of people that come to mind that are at the forefront of our thoughts. But today, and after watching that documentary this week, we've been thinking of Leslie Whitehouse, as he was known, didn't use the William. And my wife's uncle, still alive today, Leslie Whitehouse, bears the same name there. I'm sure that for all of us, we have those connections with the past, the Second World War, the First World War in particular, but other conflicts that have been fought as well. And I think it's so important that we honour the lives of those that were given, the sacrifice that they made. And when you find out the life story, or some of the life story, some of the facts behind the name, it really does bring it to life. Remembrance Sunday. They will never be forgotten.